Hello, everyone. Gary Bates here from the Gary Bates Golf Academy. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of Tour Swing Tuesday. Up here we have the man of the hour, Bryson DeChambeau, fresh off his win at the Rocket Mortgage Classic, where he was hitting rocket drives of about 350 as an average. His long for the week was 376. He thinks 400 yards is very possible. Folks, the game is changing in front of our eyes, and you say, well, how did he do it? And that's a great question, because on the tour rankings the last few years, he was in the 30s in terms of driving distance, now number one. Well, during the hibernation period, he went on a crazy diet, eating protein shakes left and right, working on his body, lifting weights. He was training. He did a live thing on, I think, Instagram, where he was showing people how he was training to get his club head speed up to the 135 range, ball speed of 200. So he's been training this way, and he has gotten there. And wow, Rocket Mortgage, I'm going to call him the rocket scientist with what he is doing. Fantastic. So in the setup here, very high hands really stands out to me. That makes you not hinge your wrists very early, which he does. So very late wrist hinge, very one-piece takeaway, what we say right here. Club face very square in this position. Typically what I see, maybe that 1 o'clock range pointing to, so very, traditional there. Getting to the top, big shoulder turn, some hip turn, getting to the top with a very nice position. So technically, a lot of things that I like. Head still, left wrist flat, club face in a nice position there, about a 45-degree angle. And, not quite the one-plane swing that you might think he has. I know they say he's a one-plane swinger, but that would mean his left arm and his shoulder plane were one line, and he's above that. So I'd put him more in the two-plane category. Either way, the guy's playing amazing golf. Where's his power come from, you say? Well, he has this down hinge, this down cock right in here, a la Ben Hogan, where the lower body is initiating and rotating fast, his hips bringing the club down into the hitting area with more angle, right, between his left arm and the shaft. Power move. Okay, coming down on plane beautifully. So I like to see that club head right on the plane line. If you're to the left of it, too much inside, generally hitting pushes and hooks. Too much outside of it, too steep, hitting slices. That's where I see most of my students downswing plane too steep. That's something we can work on in lessons to get that straightened out. This is where I want to see you when I look at your video. Coming into the hitting area, on plane, beautiful strike right here. Hips opening up, shaft realigning there where it was, head down compressed. So no lifting up, which I see with a lot of my students, raising up, lifting up, coming out of the spine angle. No, he's down in that hitting area, hitting the ball, then the divot, which is so key with your irons. You got to do that, or your hybrids. I just did a recent living room lesson on that. Got to hit the ball divot, stay down, right through the hitting area. Club face, very stable right here. Now remember, he has all his irons 37.5 inches, which is a 7-iron length. So 4 through sand wedge, he's got like a 7-iron length. So that's a change. His ball speed and club head speed is, setting land speed records here. So this guy is changing the game before our very eyes. And, into the follow through, very stable club face position, not really turned over too much, meaning his body's really controlling the swing and up on his right toe. So just a fabulous thing he's doing. I've been in the game, as a teaching professional, 33 years. Been in the game 45 years, having started as a caddy at the awesome Essex County Club in Manchester by the Sea, Mass. And I have not seen anyone change the game like he is doing. Yes, Jack Nicklaus and Tiger Woods in their day changed the game. He is doing it again. Fantastic for golf. And Ben Hogan's prediction back in 1957 from his book, 5 Lessons, says, a golfer who has a sound swing wouldn't mind at all having the physique of a giant. The more power he had at his commands, the better he'd feel about it. He'd know how to use it. He'd be so long, he'd be shooting back at the greens. That's what Bryson DeChambeau is doing. Thanks for tuning in. If you're on YouTube, love you, subscribe. That would be great. Over on Facebook, check out our info. Come for a lesson. Let's get ready to rumble.